Stop sharing, right, Tim?
Yeah.
Start sharing. Go here.
You want the full screen or do you want to share?
Well, can I do that?
Yes.
Can you guys see that?
Yes, they can.
Hello, world?
Yes.
The Middle
We see
Asia
it.
book?
Looks good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Where can I buy that?
You could buy that at bookstores all over the universe.
Yes, please.
I
Does it
think
come
it's
with a
going to be our
phone?
best seller. JB, we're going to sell 29 copies. Yeah, this is a
Uh-oh.
new book that just came out. And it's Gibson's second book. Shh. And hi, oh handsome. Yeah, this is Gibson's second book, and it's Tsongkhapa's treatment of the other side of emptiness, which is a mysterious thing. And you have to buy it to find out what it's about. Okay. And it'll come out at the Diamond Mountain retreat, which we leave to day after tomorrow. Today after tomorrow. Okay. And I'm happy to announce Gbox. Gbox is a project to have the translators teach with another teacher one of their books. And so Gibson will be teaching with Rob Haggerty at what do you call it? Diamond Mountain, right? Yeah. And if I can straighten out my financial situation, which took a big dive this week due to certain events, we can do more Gbox, but I couldn't sponsor any this year so far. Okay, sorry for that. All right, we're going back to
We're ready to go now.
Timothy, right? I get out of here, right?
Yep.
Okay, do homework.
Right.
Wake me up when you're done, okay? Yes, kidding.
Okay. So we're going to quickly go through the last two debates that we were working on, because if we go fast today, we're actually going to get to the definition of what makes for a future Buddha. And then we're going to get to the section in the text where we get clear explanation about what everything, the wrong Luke, our position. So we can relax a little bit and not have to fight our brains so much. So the second to last debate we just did is the opponent comes along and states, and that Maitreya is already a Buddha. And our argument comes back and we say, well, then I guess he's not on the 10th Bhumi level. What, at the end of that argument, what does this clear up about what the 10th Bhumi level means? And more importantly, like, what's the debate about that at that level?
Oh, good. That's a good question.
What's that? Well, let's talk about the 10th level Bhumi first. Right. So the question would be, is when you reach the 10th level, are you still a bodhisattva or are you a Buddha? Okay. So Rosa said bodhisattva.
According to this argument.
Oh, fine, but not yet a Buddha. Thank you, debater in the back.
Good.
Okay, that's pretty much it. So we basically say, yeah, that's it. Yeah. So basically we say,
oh, somebody said he can't be a Buddha because he's on the 10th level.
Right.
And that clarifies what the 10th level is, because there's a big debate about it, which also implies there's an 11th level. Okay. Or which may be Buddhahood.
Yes. And basically we say that at the 10th level bodhisattva, the 10th level Bhumi, we say that anyone who's at a 10th level Bhumi is still a Semchen, meaning they're still a suffering being. So that's how we define that.
So Buddha doesn't have a sem? Suffering then.
Yes. I think that's what did I say that?
You implied that, but I was just trying to get you.
Oh, okay.
Sem Chen means person who has a mind. Sometimes called Lu Chen.
Body
person has a
hammer.
body, but in both cases, it means suffering body or suffering mind. So
Okay.
Buddha is not a
Semchen,
or a
Luchen.
he was sick this week. He's
I don't-
getting sicker every minute.
All right. Sicker by sicker, we mean better, right? He's so sick.
Hey Nick, surfers, we say that was a sick wave, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Had some sick ones
It's a
today.
sick. He's sick also.
All
It's
right.
a compliment.
All right. So then the opponent continues and says, well, he is a Buddha because he's the future Buddha. Right? That's a good one.
I'm a future millionaire. But
And so so what ends up happening is that there's two possible definitions that are given of what it means to be a future Buddha. And we're in the middle of that debate. Nice. So we're in the middle of that debate. And so we paused after we gave two different definitions. So does anyone remember what the first definition is? And it's related to the 12 great deeds of a Buddha.
He hasn't shown them yet.
Okay, I got two answers here. One in the room said he has to go through the 12 great deeds. And then Udpala said he hasn't shown them yet. Can we define that a little bit more clearly?
Well, it's all a
when we say he
pretense, right? The 12 deeds are a bit of a show, an acting out.
And-
So that's why I said he hasn't
What-
shown.
and then why is it an acting out, Upala?
Why is it an acting out?
Yeah.
I guess to
Anatole
inspire
said
people.
because he was enlightened long ago.
Right. He was already a Buddha and then came back and exhibited the 12 deeds that they must go through to become a Buddha. Right. So our question in this debate was, well, if you're not yet a Buddha, do you still have to go through the 12 great deeds to become a Buddha? Or are only after you become a Buddha, then you demonstrate that you have to go through the 12 great deeds to teach others how to go through them. But you're not.
It's a
understand?
bad question because you don't become a Buddha till you go halfway through the 12 deeds.
And that too.
Right?
What were we going to say, Nick?
He has to go.
There'd be no reason to have to demonstrate them if it didn't help people to become a Buddha, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's correct. But the debate really is about, is he already a Buddha and he came back to show us how to do it? Or is he not yet a Buddha and then has to go through those 12 great deeds? And then Geshe says it's a bad question because only half of them are before you become a Buddha.
The first time.
The first time.
Right.
I'm just showing just all fake.
Which would then be fake that time, right?
So if my prayer is his second time Buddha, then he hasn't shown them yet. If it's the first time Buddha, he's not a Buddha.
Right. So that's one side of the definition. So that was one definition was given, that he has to show, and that he has to show up by pretending to go through the 12 deeds. That's the first. That's what makes him the future Buddha. What's that? That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the right answer.
That's the right answer.
That's probably it.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, or 3 times.
Well, because the second time you're already a Buddha emanating to pretend to not be a Buddha to show us how to become a Buddha.
But the question is, before he came here, did our Buddha show the 12 deeds first time?
Are they accurate?
No, I just mean, do you think he ever showed the 12 deeds? Or went through the 12 deeds?
No,
You
I
went through
think
different
so,
process.
'cause that's a-
But I mean, the very first time, way back.
that's like a secret.
Yeah, that's a little different. Seems to me he would have done a real 12 deeds the first time.
Mm,
Yeah.
something
It does raise the question though, why is it important then, if there was a first time, why is it important that this time he was already a Buddha?
But we're
I
actually
think for us, it doesn't matter.
we're
right?
actually trying to define what makes for a future Buddha. Like, and is Maitreya a Buddha now, or is Maitreya a Bodhisattva who has yet to become a Buddha?
Don't we need like a luminous image to come out of our mind?
Based on how he treated others in the past. All
It's a
right.
luminous picture of a pizza.
Second question. And so then we're given a second option, and it's not the luminous image option of what makes for a future Buddha. And this is a little bit more complicated, like the first one wasn't.
Lindsay has an opinion.
I can't scroll because of vocabulary words.
Oh,
It's at the
okay.
bottom. I'm sorry.
You want to read it loudly?
What is the second option that we give the opponent to define what makes for a future Buddha?
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's something that's future, and they're already a Buddha at the same time. And we're going to figure out what that means in a moment. Yeah, we ended the class with that, and everyone's eyes crossed, and then we're like, have a nice day. Okay. This isn't a diamond weight text.
Oh,
Or isn't.
well, we're about to get there. That's
Yeah.
a good question.
Yeah.
That comes up in the debate ground. That question comes up in the debate ground.
Vocabulary word number 1, Sultan. Pretend what?
12 deeds.
Right. So it can mean, oh, oops, something weird happened. What the heck? There it is. Like pretend to put on display, to exhibit, like to appear to do something, right? Next words, Sepachuni,
The 12 deeds of the Buddha.
12 great deeds of the Buddha, yes. And last one, Shitun.
Isn't that like a reasonable basis?
Something that's two quality.
Two things at once. One
Oh,
thing
two
has
things
two
at once.
qualities.
Common locus.
Yeah,
Common,
that's a great,
a common locus.
that's a great bad
Common locus.
translation. Common locust. They come in the spring, fly thousands. Common locust.
All right, here's my attempted translation. I had a lot of fun with this.
Okay, you gonna read, Handsome?
Sure.
Wait, you think I start you? No, I'm kidding. Go ahead. Who's got the plane? You got it?
Wow.
I'm kidding.
This is
I'm in the mood today.
all right.
They did a jackhammer in my house during my nap time.
All right. Tanpa Madrupna. Hey Kangrun Yim. Oh, crimps. We are saying it's not it.
Okay.
Hey Kangrun Yim Partao.
That's about
I know.
Tao.
Tao down.
Tao? No, he believes it. We believe it. Whoever says it believes it. They are two.
Okay. All right. Okay.
They are two. And we say it in English. We say, we are two. No, you're not. I am two.
Maung Pes Sange Pakpe Yimpejer.
Yeah.
And so what I did, so there, because there's
I
the
see.
two of these, the first one is this first part.
But this last one said he's a future Buddha because he's a
Mhm.
future thing,
Okay.
and B, a Buddha, an Arya who's a Buddha.
So is it referring only to this first
So
one?
somebody said he's not a future event.
Future event. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, then I'm wrong already.
Oh, no, maybe you're right, actually. Is there another one about
Well,
that?
no, because the reason I say that, because later on
Mhm.
we get to Sawardana, so referring to the first one.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Future or both.
Well, I think there was something like he's future and he's a Buddha, therefore he's a future Buddha. Is
Mhm.
that the case? Is that true?
Right. Yeah.
If you're future and a Buddha, are you a future Buddha?
Yeah.
That's one of the questions, okay? Then we say he is one of the two, one or both of the two,
One or both of the two. Okay.
because he's a future Buddha.
All right. Cool.
Anyway, they're talking about future Buddha, okay? That's the thing you gotta keep in mind. Do one more.
Yeah. Chimadertao.
Nice. Wait.
Go
Wait, that's how?
Dertao. Temong Bayan Becher.
Yeah. Yeah, he must be a Buddha because he's future.
Because he's future.
It must be the next. Shima?
I don't think
Okay,
so
that's right.
necessarily.
Yeah,
Say again?
It's the Shima.
that's where I messed up.
The latter.
The latter.
Well, that's a question.
Yeah.
Somebody to support that he's a Buddha says he will be someone in the future.
The latter. Next.
That implies that anyone who is someone in the future is a Buddha. Right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Right.
something like that. Let's see.
It's where the argument goes. Is
Let's
that
see if they go.
it kind of goes. That's where I think it goes. Is that if you the argument is if you are a future Buddha, then your future Buddha already exists, and therefore you're already a Buddha.
Something like
Something like that. Would become future Buddha.
any person
Any person.
in the future is a Buddha.
Okay.
Will be is a Buddha eventually.
So the question here, we're only talking about because it's a future thing, right?
Well, that's tricky. You can read Maomba as the future,
Mhm.
and you can read Maomba as an adjective future. Okay. If somebody is future, are they always a Buddha? If someone is a person in the future, are they always a Buddha? They're always gonna be a Buddha.
They're always going to be.
Guess
A
it
Buddha.
depends how
Something
far
like
in the
that.
future.
They're just playing with it. They're just playing with it. Okay.
We'll see where it goes. Okay. Gibson, would you like to?
Can you- let's.
Do we want to go? Do we want to go this way, or do we want to go?
Three monkey.
Move that.
No, I think we move everything down this way. Tim, come here. Can we move the table a little bit? Let's see if we can spill the water.
Okay.
The three monkeys.
That good for you guys?
Okay.
I think so.
More? Here, right?
Yeah.
They tell. 마음바 당상계 팍베 시투인 베이체.
He is both. What? Now, Maomba can be a noun or it can be an adjective.
It's
Why,
both,
why is that important here?
because it's whether he's future Buddha or a future being.
Yeah,
The
is
future.
he a future person
Mhm.
or is he the
The future.
future? Because you can read the Tibetan either way. But this is us talking, right?
Yes, it is
So it must mean,
that we agree to it.
no, yeah, which means future here must be
Future Buddha.
something in the future,
Just in the
someone in the
future.
future. Okay. He will be someone in the future. Why can you say that so surely? You cannot kill a human mind. You cannot kill them. You cannot kill any mind stream. No mind stream ever ends. You're stuck here forever. You're gonna come to transit class forever. Just kidding.
So in this case, could I say he's both a future Buddha and a realized Buddha today? Because we're talking about
No, if it were me, I would say he is both future, comma. He is both one, future, comma. And he is one thing, which is both future and
is
an Arya who is enlightened.
both future and
He's both one, future, and two, an Arya who's enlightened.
right. Okay. Fix that later. Would you capitalize Arya in this case?
And if you wanted to make it super clear, but it might make it more confusing, you could say or both. But that, no, seriously, it allows for that, but logically it allows for that, but it's too, I think it would hurt the reader. If it would hurt the reader too much, you don't do it.
Okay.
Okay.
The tongue.
Kangruya.
But there's no Kong room in this part.
Yeah, you can say that with dung, I think. Okay. Anyway, you got it. He is future and he is a Buddha who's an Arya who's a Buddha.
Would you capitalize Arya in this case or just lowercase?
I never capitalize Arya and I always use higher being.
Mm.
And that's the Sanskrit root also for like arc or things, high things.
So in this case, we would say a higher being who is enlightened. Is
Yeah.
that okay?
Yeah, I like that. We don't normally say Sangye Pakpa. I mean, sometimes we do, but you have to translate it correctly. You cannot say an enlightened, well, you could say an enlightened Arya, but it's more clear to say he's an Arya who is enlightened. Okay. All right.
Okay. All right. Keep going.
Yeah.
Gibson.
OK，赵威度呢？期間叫我主前，馬上被上嘅拍把音白跳，馬上把那這把主你去出頓古音白切，卡巴克。
Nice reading.
I thought he was saying I had a good translation.
Nah. So, Tawaduna,
Already agreed to that.
No.
if you agree that,
I mean,
Agree with
I think
if you agree to our original statement, which I don't remember.
well,
what it
the
is,
original one, I think, is this one here
um,
regarding the 12. The 12 is
if
showing.
you agree that he's a future Buddha, is that? I don't know.
Well, if you agree to this original one, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, well,
But
let's see
I
if
don't
it fits.
Okay. Where is it? Right here.
There's some kind of argument. If somebody is future and a Buddha, then they're a future Buddha. Then they're a Buddha. Well, there's a question whether they're a Buddha. If someone is number one, future, and number two, Buddha, are they themselves now a future Buddha?
Yeah. So let's take an
It can be referred to Maitreya as the future Buddha, even though technically he's not a Buddha yet, because he is future and Buddha. Okay. And then we say, well, if anybody that's future and Buddha, and especially if someone is going to be a Buddha in the future, then let's take Higengao.
a bearded old dog.
Yeah. An old dog with white whiskers, like me. Okay, Higengao. It's a very first time I heard in the debate ground, I'm like, what? Yeah. An old dog with white whiskers. Okay, something like that. Let's take old dog with white whiskers. Are you saying he's a Maombe Sangye Pakpa?
Future, are you saying is a future Buddha?
This
Is he an Arya
And
who is
I,
a future Buddha?
Maitreya.
That's a little tricky with the dog thing. The dog
Depends on
thing
my
is the
karma,
diving
right?
wake. Okay, yeah. Okay, Maombe Sangye Pakpa. Yimbata. Are you saying that he's a future Arya who's a Buddha?
Mhm.
Because he will.
in the future,
Where's that part?
right down here.
Because that dog in the future will have to pretend to exhibit the 12 great deeds. Yeah, okay. Are you saying he's a future Buddha? Why do you say that? Because in the future, he's going to display the 12 deeds of the Buddha. So he's a future Buddha, right? That's okay, right? This old dog is a future Buddha. Why? In the future, he will display the 12 deeds of a Buddha.
Is it us or the other?
This is us.
This is us. Yeah. And we can accept Kebake. Kebake means
I forgot to translate that.
Kebake means everybody would accept that necessity if they are a person who's passing into the future. They're going to be they are an Arya who in the future will show the 12 deeds if they're not a Buddha now. That's okay. Okay. All right.
Oh, I'm going to keep you. All right. How about
By the way, I repeat for those of the who missed the beginning of this section. This is the section that I was assigned to do my Geshe, or my Geshe, and there's like 20 sections in the Abhisama Alankara in the 12-year course. There's about 20 sections. You spend about 8 months on each one. So we spend about 8 months on this debate.
And
4-6 hours every day.
and then the next week, both of them.
And this is the only section in the Geshe course which
like,
directly
Your first class,
addresses the question of diamond ring.
but this time I got them right.
It's a very important question. It's a very important section. It was an honor to be assigned that. Okay. It's not the number one assignment, by the way. I was so happy to get it. Anyway. Okay.
and we still haven't reached the root text yet.
Yeah, we haven't reached it. Okay, who's going to read the next one, Timothy?
How about wow, Emily.
By the way, would you agree to the Kyaba here? Is it true that if someone's a living being, they will have to show the 12 deeds in the future?
Yeah.
Then the Buddha's not a living being. Because they don't have to show the 12 deeds in the future. They did their gig already.
But as a Nirmanakaya, they would appear as Ascension.
Mark up. Okay. All right.
I gave you news.
Who's next?
Data assumption in picture.
Yeah. Meaning what, Tim? This person will have to exhibit
They will have to exhibit the 12 great deeds
of a Buddha in the
of a
future.
Buddha in the future because he's a living being.
Yeah.
Because the dog's a living being.
Yeah, suffering living being.
Yeah.
Currently. Okay. Yeah.
Or appearing as a suffering living being.
Yeah, you'd have to, if you're going to be precise, you'd have to say they are what they seem to be. Also.
You can get another one.
You're so lucky.
宣扬马翁北杜基芒波因
Nupo.
努波因那马翁北努波因果帕塔马翁北杜基生强
Sange.
桑给帕巴因那马翁北桑给帕巴因果配
Good.
球
Good.
Nice.
Good picture.
Nice.
Mhm.
Must be genetic. Moreover, it must. You want to read it?
Moreover, it must be true that if there is any existing thing at any time in the future, it must be an entity which we can call future existing thing. Wasn't sure quite how to do that.
Yeah, if anything which is a thing of the future time must be a future thing.
Mhm.
Anything which is a thing of a future time must be a future thing. What about the first moment of the thing?
There wasn't a first moment.
I mean, the first moment that they made a pen in the factory, or with your luminous images, doesn't matter, right?
Mhm.
Will it be a thing in the future? Will it be a thing in the future if it's not destroyed?
Yes.
Yeah. Is it a future thing? No, it's a present thing. So that's tricky. Okay. Yeah, here they say two. Instead of saying future thing, they say of the future time.
Of the future time. Okay.
So that's a little tricky, right?
And so it's kind of, and so we're applying the same logic to a future Buddha. Like if there's
Yeah.
a,
If
there's
somebody is a Buddha in a future
in
time,
the future time.
they would have to be a future Buddha, right?
Yeah.
No, because if they're a Buddha in the future time, then at that time they are a present Buddha. Okay. It's a little tricky. Either way. He will never again be a future Buddha. Right? In the sense of only becoming enlightened in the future, right? Because he's already enlightened. All right, let's go one
Michael,
more.
we got two more.
Their Tao. Jetsun Jam Mong Pe Sange Papar Dupa La Tukse Te Sa Chik Yu Pe Cheer.
Jetson Jamgan Mom is Sange Pagman to say this.
I didn't understand this one. I translated the words.
It seems to say Jetson Jamgan Mom is Sange Pagman Dubala. If you agree that Maitreya is a future Buddha, then you must be saying that there's someone you should have compassion about. Implying that.
What is it that he has compassion, or you should?
Well, I would say do you say Maitreya is a future Buddha?
Sure.
Then we feel bad for him now. That's what they're saying. That's true. If he's not a Buddha yet, we should feel tukte means the love of your holy heart. This sewa spelling is love. Okay. Mahakaruna. Okay. There does exist a certain desa means you. Yeah. Someone you can be sorry for. Okay. You should feel bad for Maitreya. Why? Because he's a future Buddha. Got it? It's logical. That means he's still suffering. Right? Okay, let's see where they go with that.
It kind of moves on to something else.
That's good lucky because I don't know where it's going.
Okay. And then here, one more. Here.
Sawar Duna Ong Pe Duki Nupo Chichen. Their Tao.
Which one was that up?
Their Tao.
That
They cheer Taksel Lao.
Let's take a thing of a future time.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a thing of a future time? Right?
It's a thing.
Let's take tomorrow. Okay. Is it a thing of a future time relative to now? Yeah. So can you break it down and say it's a thing and it's future?
It's not quite a thing.
Yeah, it's not a thing yet. Okay. So it's delicate to talk about a future Buddha. You can say the word future Buddha, but he's not future and a Buddha. Okay? You all right?
And I didn't know what to do with the taksalo. The taksalo.
Taksalo, it means
I just like
sadak is and the sawa is the equivalent of the kaba in a Telnger. Takes down this changing because it's impermanent because it's changing. Because it's made. Let's take down it's changing because it's made. The dak is because it's made. The cell is if it's made, it must be changing. But cell is always the kaba in a prasangika. You know, they say, oh, He said, take Maitreya, he's a future Buddha because he's a future and be a Buddha. Or he said he is a future and be Buddha because he's a future Buddha. And we said, well, first of all, we disagree he's a future Buddha. And secondly, we disagree that if you're a future Buddha, you're both future and Buddha. Because the future Buddha in their own time is not future anymore. Okay?
But in their own time, there'll still be future of them.
That's not the point though. Okay. They're not a future. You can be a future Buddha and not be future. In your own time, in your own future time, you're not future anymore. Okay, that's all. So when you say Dak Thal, it refers to the logical components in a Tengyur, Prasangika, not in a Jorma, not in a straight logical statement. Take A, it's B because of C. Take sound is changing because it's made. Yeah. The reason it's made, and the kaba is if it's made, it must be changing. Okay, must be impermanent. But in a tengyur, the kaba is called a sawa. Okay, don't ask me why. It's very confusing. All right.
And so that just mean that this is an easy thing.
Yeah, come on. Do I have to run it through? Do I have to draw law? Kaba law. What's kaba law?
You have to spell it out.
Spell it out for me. What is the necessity here? If it's made, it must be impermanent. Or it's like that. Do I have to go through that? And he says, yeah. And we say, lao. La means easy.
Easy.
There's an interesting word in cooking, Tibetan cooking, which I did for 8 years. Same two dishes. Moho and Tentuk. I went to Vimla's house and had her roommate made us Tentuk, which is you make the noodles by pulling them from the dough. And I had a flashback. Anyway, lawa means, in that case, in cooking, lawa means the sauce is too wet. The sauce is too thin. Okay, so it gives you the same spelling. It gives you an idea of the word lawa. Lawa means easy. That I don't have to read back to you the necessary logical consequences here. They are lawa. They are like piece of cake. Okay. All right.
Right.
That's it?
Yep.
Wow. Okay, nice job. All right, here we go, kids. I'll show a lousy carving. That's a lousy carving. Why? That's one that I'm working on now. It's handwritten over the block. Someone has corrected the film with a pen, which is the worst possible thing. Me and Rinpoche paid for printing his book, 8 volumes. And the guy did it that way. He took a film and then he had hired someone to draw over the letters to make sure they were clear. And he ruined like every 10th letter. And I always told I told the guy, if I ever meet this guy, I'm going to kill him. And one night I was in New Delhi up on the top of a 10-story apartment, and we were enjoying the evening, and this guy says, I'm the one described. And I took him over to the edge of the room. And I made a solemn bow. He was a little bit upset. But his wife died very young. She died like a couple of weeks later. Just suddenly. It was very sudden. I'm not saying now maybe you will write fast, learn to write fast. But I remember that it was very sudden. Okay, this one. All right. Okay. All right. Where are we, Timothy?
Going down. Right here. Nipan.
Oh, yay. Okay, who's gonna read? I'll make it bigger. Who's gonna read, Timothy?
Katrin.
You have victims online and in person.
Yeah, you can go through it and then
Take
come
the
back up.
microphone under the chair.
It's a short sentence. Just make noise.
Just fake it. That's what everybody else.
Ni parangi look shampala
Shakpa.
shakpala.
So.
So
So.
Yeah.
so patang lengi tangpala.
Good. Nice job.
Stay here. You got to do more.
I'm sorry. I gave you something easy. You gotta go what he does.
It's not working. Let's do it fast. See if I can. No. Okay. Don't worry about it. Okay, Timothy. Rangi Luk Shapala.
Okay. The second section here is our position.
Yeah, and it's going to have two parts.
It's going to have a debate and answers.
Yeah, good. Wait, now stop. Peter and Maria, I have this new book just for you to teach around the world. But you have to tell me what's Dumbo. This is Randhawa's commentary in the Gajana by Tsongkhapa's teacher. You can have help from Joel or anybody can help or just whisper. Anatole.
The first.
Dumbo. Yeah. And one for Joel for he looks more powerful today. Right. So it's interesting because usually Rang Luk is where you take a break and we present what we really believe. But this Rang Luk is corrupt. And they say, let's have another argument. Inside of our own system, we're going to have another argument, which is kind of a cheap shot. They could have just had it in the piece before. Okay. Who's going to read? Kadrin.
One more. Yep.
Yeah, go slow, go nice. Yeah, you're correcting.
Pakpa
Champa.
Pakpa jamparang ni dam pay chopatang. Tung pa shep soki dralpa di rang don gi gopala sem cherpa mi de
Okay.
je sung gi yola rang don yer near gilo me pa pager.
Good job. You know a lot more than you think.
Thank you.
Okay, so Patrick, somebody shows up and says, Papa Jamba.
The realized kind, Maitreya, the realized.
Yeah, Maitreya, the Arya. And by the way, there are lots of cases where people refer to Buddhists still as Aryas. So it's not definitive. Okay. Papa Jamba, Arya, Maitreya. His opening lines in the Abhisamalankara is the justification for assuming to write a book, right? And he has to give us some reasons why he would be so bold as to write a book. And he says, well, first of all, Rangni Dambe Chibadan Tumba, very famous. I wanted to tumba. I wanted to act in accordance with, I wanted to fit how the Tampas do things.
How the high beings.
Yeah, the holy people. The compass, okay. I wanted to replicate the behavior of holy beings. Therefore, I've written a book. Okay. What happened?
We have to.
Purple haze is all around.
Which one is yours?
This one?
Tony.
Don't know if I'm coming.
So the wrong me myself.
Yeah, it's very important here. Rangi Dambe Chibantumba. Very famous. From my own point of view, I wanted to what do you call that? Not replicate. Emulate. I wanted to emulate the holy ones. Yeah. Dambe Chibantumba. I will try to behave like Buddhas, right? Okay. I was hoping. Due to my text. Okay, here we are. All right. Shesoki Jabadi. And then when they write a commentary to that, which is oftentimes Haribhadra, okay? The most famous commentator to the Abhisamankara. He says it would be mite.
It would be inappropriate.
To apply this samjanwa. Sam we have in retreat, right? Janwa means to draw the lines together. It would be inappropriate to apply this to some kind of rangden.
Meaning?
Yeah. So there's a question here. If Maitreya is writing the Abhisamankara, even through a secretary, even through what do you call it? What do you call it in the old office days?
Secretary?
Stenographer.
Dictation. Yeah. So, even though Maitreya didn't take the dictation, we're not talking about the person who took the dictation. We're talking about the dictationee, which means Maitreya, okay? Is it ever tepa? Would it ever be proper or correct to say that this relates, his promise to relate the book relates to the traditional part of the opening of a book where you say, I didn't write this for anybody else. I wrote it for myself. Because opening lines of
because I need to fix myself. And
yeah, I don't do this for anybody else because they're all jealous and they're all doing the wrong thing. And I'm just writing this for myself. Right? So here it says, would it be correct to say that Maitreya wrote this book only for himself?
That would not make sense.
But, could you say the same thing that who wrote the Pramana Vartika?
Master Dharmakirti.
Can he make the same claim that Dharmakirti did? I just wrote this for myself, I don't care if you don't like it. Okay, right? Would that be appropriate in the opening of this book?
We didn't believe it when he said it.
And now here's the punchline, okay? Jetsungi Gyula,
in his own mind,
in Maitreya's heart,
yeah.
Rangdun Dunya Kinlo me.
There is no aspiration for his own purposes.
He would never do anything for himself.
Oh boy.
It's the position of the opponent.
Mm.
Okay? That line that I'm sorry. I'm trying to emulate the acts of the holy ones, right? Meaning I am myself would like to think of myself in their category. Then that's why I'm writing this book. And then we say that's not Maitreya talking. And then the guy says, why? And we say, because he would never do anything to look good or to fit the holy ones. he doesn't have those motivations. Okay, so normally the introduction to a book says, I'm doing this to fix my own heart and to benefit others. But he says the first part shouldn't be in this book if he's a Buddha. He would never write a book saying, I'm doing this to improve myself. Got it? It's a beautiful debate. Okay.
Joel.
Dun, 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 dun. We'll see if he got power or not. Dun, 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 dun.
Dulja Shendak Ten La Jukpa Kone Chedu Yin Pechir.
Nice.
Timothy Dulja.
A disciple, student.
Yeah, those to be tamed like wild horses. Wild horses. Dulja Shendak, other wild horses. He wanted them to juke into his tension.
They wanted them to enter into his.
Yeah, and that's the only reason he said, I'm just doing this to improve myself. Okay, it's possible for a Buddha to say at the beginning of their book, I'm just writing this to improve myself. Would there be any possible benefit of to their audience?
Sure.
Yeah, they'd say this guy's not so. You write a book and say, I'm a Buddha, I don't have to write this book. And for myself, you're gonna get a lot of criticism right away. So if you're a smart Buddha, which they are, you would say, I really need to understand this better. You would write something like that. So we're defending him. We're defending why he would add these lines. I was just doing this to help my own understanding. Okay, got it?
One more.
All right. Jukpa Kone Chedu. He was just trying to help other people to get interested, Jukpa, in his tencha. $100. Tell me the wrong way to translate tencha into Sanskrit from the Sanskrit, and the correct way. Wait,
It's not a sword.
He started. Give us a chance.
Shastra.
You got a 50% chance.
And I guessed.
Wow, you didn't tell anything yet.
Well,
What's the correct pronunciation of a classical commentary?
Shastra.
Shastra. Long A has two qualities. It has a, they call it in linguistics, it has a qualitative difference. Compared to a. It's a as opposed to. But it also has a metric difference. It's 2 mini beats. It's 2 microseconds. So you say, for the book, you say
Shastra.
Shastra. And you kind of pause and you double the length of the meter. Then sword.
Shastra.
Shastra. $100.
Didn't actually say.
You've got power.
Oh, you split it with Joel? Happy birthday. Okay,
Oh.
he was
Next line, Joel.
Taksur Dangpo Der Tao.
nice. I like this. There's a going up and there's a going down. And then there's a DCC smear. It's called
Jason Rongdun Yongsu Zo
misspelled, miscard.
Gang
Sak.
Yeah.
Gang Sak Yin Pechir She So
Good. Okay. By the way, there does exist a copy of this book in St. Petersburg, and we, by contract we had the right to copy it, but we didn't we got kicked out before we were able to do it. They found a copy in India, an original. So we have a copy now, but still I'm trying to get it out of St. Petersburg. And I have like 3 people working on it. Okay. The first part of the 2 parts of the doc
Of the reason.
is correct. Meaning he wouldn't say something like that, something like that. He would never say, I'm writing this to help myself, because he's Rangtung Yonsitso.
He's already completely satisfied.
Yeah,
himself.
he already fulfilled all his own needs. Okay. All right.
He's a person who has fulfilled all his own needs.
Yeah. Okay. All right. How are we doing on time?
Yeah, 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
The first word here is Nipa. No, let's say Tsupa. Let's say Tsupa. Okay, Tsupa. If John Brady can tell me what it means, I'm giving you a clue. I'd like to give you a book, because you guys teach these books all over the place. Okay, what's it mean? Tsupa. Never mind. It means to argue. To debate. Okay, good. All right, good guess. Nipa len shipa.
And the second part is the explanation or the response to the debate.
We're gonna respond to that debate. Deta tsupa mirik. Did he read it?
No, he didn't.
I'm sorry. Go quick. We got
Shibala, Deta Sipa Mirite, Deta Sipa Tepa, Chemboy Sunla, Tusam Ki Nyao Ba.
It should be Ngawa. Okay.
Ngawa. Shituma. Shituma. Jape Kyung Yin Beche.
Yeah. They don't say it here, but I went and got it for you, and I'll teach it to you next time. Okay, because we're out of time, I think.
1 minute.
There's a famous incident where Gyaltsab J was debating this book, Abhisama Ankara, with a famous Sakya scholar called Rongten. And Rongten is famous for, they lived in the same era, early 1400s. And they met in the debate ground, and they debated this book together. And Rongten was famous for writing, it's a 2-volume work. In fact, my copy came from Gene Smith. It's a very beautiful book, but it's long. It's very long. In English, it would be 1,000 pages or something. And he struggled through his life to finish that book. Rongten struggled through his life to finish that book. After they debated, and this is supposedly, this is how our school reports the debate. I'm sure they report it differently. But we say, Gyaltsab J said to him, it's a pity you didn't have a chance to study this subject much. After you spend like 6 years writing and commentary. And it's very famous. Say, Tekpa Chembe. Shungla. Nyawa. Shipdu. They don't spell differently. Oh no, Shipdu. Mache. It's a pity you didn't have time to
study,
go into this in a little detail. Okay, it's a very famous, and you throw it, you bring it out in the debate ground. Oh, okay. So anyway, so the answer starts with this kind of argument about if Maitreya is a Buddha, he would not have had to say, I'm writing this for my own benefit, right? Is that kind of argument comes from there's a problem with that kind of argument, that the person who makes it has not spent enough effort, a sweat, ngawa, has not sweated enough over the classics. Okay, cool. I think I have, I have there his dates for you if you want. I wanted to show you something. Here is it here? No. No, I forget it.
You'll have to stop sharing your screen.
Here, John.
Can you stop sharing your screen first? Yeah.
This is The Economist has a quote of the day. This is the quote of the day from The Economist today. If you want a new idea, read an old book. Okay. And it's by Pavlov, the dog guy. All right.
Oh, wow.
All right.
An old quote.
Where is he rushing through? Pavlov? Yeah.
Yeah.
How much more do you want me to just translate a couple more and see where we go? Okay. Okay. Three, 4, 5. Okay. Cool. All right.
Thank you, Geshe Michael.
We're not taking a break, everyone. Some people are.
Fair enough.
Well, since no one's paying attention here, is anybody online want to share anything? No, seriously. All right. Any thoughts? What can we do with what we learned today? What does this have to say about you and your future success?
I always find it heartwarming to have the idea that we're all future Buddhas. And sometimes I use that to help me get through the day. And it just reminds me of the helpfulness of at times to kind of recalibrate my mind to act like I'm already that guy so that it will help guide me to be more consistent with with planting the seeds that will get me there. Because being human and all, it's easy to slip into getting upset and reacting to things in a way that is not so helpful. So I really like to be reminded. Yeah, go ahead.
No. I'm sorry I interrupted you. I thought you were.
No, I was just going to sum up what I was saying is that I find that a practical application of this for me is that I really like to be reminded to act that way, to try to be the guy I want to be.
One of the things I like, kind of an extension to that practice, Nick, is that at the end of the day, like if I have a particular goal in mind, I try to think about, did I do anything today first that went against the goal, even sort of, in a small way? Like maybe I got upset about something, or maybe I said something I shouldn't say, or even some of my own thoughts, right? And so I like to think of it first as like, well, what did I do that gets in the way of my goal? And then stop doing those kind of things. And then, of course, I try to switch it into the positive. What did I do to align with that goal?
Yeah.
Because I find that in the moment, like if I take the time to think about, well, if I have goal X and I'm doing things that are planting seeds against that, in the moment, yeah, sure, I shouldn't get angry, but like I think if I apply a larger picture to it, like if I did this, then I'm not going to get that, or I'm going to block it at least, or block the good seeds that I might have waiting, hopefully. Now everyone's paying attention. They shove their faces full of food, and now and now they're calm. It's like the coyotes out here.
Patty, and I'm sorry. Show my
Is there
screen.
anyone who wants to share? Is there anyone here who wants to share anything, or anyone online?
Can you hear me?
I think Cutting's chiming in.
I don't know. I'm in the car. Can you not hear me?
We can hear you now.
Okay.
Talk louder.
I wanted to agree with you, Nick. I employ this idea of myself as a future Buddha
to decisions that I make in the moment every day. Geshe Michael recently said, you know, we have that diamond way idea of being that already. So if that's the case in my prayers and affirmations, to behave that way already. And it's a wonderful reminder, you know, when I'm faced with dealing with people or making decisions or, you know, what am I going to do? What would I do as a Buddha? Be that Buddha now. And I just love it. And I feel my future Buddha is so close. I don't know, because I'm thinking about her all the time and I'm thinking about behaving like her all the time. So she really brings me close to the moment. And I'm going to sign off out of this noisy car. Thank you.
Thank you, Kat. Check one up.
Hi, everyone. Hi. I use I think it's because I live in New York. I use the negative side of the argument today. Like, that's what inspired me. I'm like, what did you say, Geshe? Like, you cannot stop a mind. You can't kill it. There will be a forever future. And so when I procrastinate or when I think I'm not good enough or I'm lazy, like, just that idea frightens me into taking action. So I think that for me is I give myself adrenaline of fear to get it done. It's the opposite of being nice. Yeah.
Fear is a great motivator.
So the opposite, kind of an opposite of that, is one of the things I like to think, like, what I thought about is, like, we have this, you know, this old mangy dog with white whiskers, right? Like, if that dog, I'm not saying anything. If that dog is also has a future potential, what it helps me think, like, if someone appears to me to be angry, or they're criticizing me, or they're acting in stupid ways, right? I could always think, well, they could be a future Buddha, or they will be, not even could, they will be. So how could my reaction help them? Like, to stop that criticism or stop that inane behavior or something like that, you know, like, if a dog can do it, then that annoying neighbor can do it too, you know, or, you know, it's usually the people closest to you that annoy you the most, present company excluded. You know, it's kind of how I think about it.
Like, riffing off of that, Tim, then, you know, you could think, if someone's getting angry at you, that it's a future Buddha trying to help you get closer to your future Buddhahood.
Can you say a little bit more about that? Like, I thought that was pretty cool. I just like to hear it again.
Just riffing off of what you said, that if someone who's, you know, displaying themselves as an angry neighbor is a future Buddha, will become a Buddha in the future, then we could think of them as, oh, this future Buddha is teaching me about my own mind and what I need to do, and is pushing me to get closer to my future Buddha.
I like that. It's hard in the moment, though.
Oh, yeah. We make it hard.
Said
it's
it wasn't.
really not hard.
Especially when they hit all your trigger points. And Lindsay said, when I said they hit all your trigger points, then Lindsay said, that's when you know they're a future. That's when you know they're a Buddha.
Oh.
Surrounded by.
So Geshe says the ultimate insult in our group is to say, oh, you're just a future Buddha.
I like that. Um, I always remember this the first Panchen Lama who kind of quoting himself or talking about himself, and he says that he tried really hard to travel across, I guess, Tibet and see everyone as an angel, but he really failed miserably. And so I think there's like some kind of balance, or I don't know, we don't want to get kind of scammed and be naive and call people Buddhas who may not be, or something. There's something in the mind that says, hey, I don't want to get like, pulled into something, overdo it and regret it later. But at the same time, we don't want to live a boring life and never take a chance. And then me personally, like, I feel like I've reached this point where I really want to relax into it. I want to get some kind of confirmation logically that this is a good way to follow, a good idea to follow, that if there's not a Buddha in my life yet or something, I could imagine it and create it or something like that. So I just keep trying to seek this sort of way of thinking that's clear, to the point where I can settle into it and know that if I make a choice to see someone around me or all the people around me as enlightened, that I'm not going to get nervous about it later because I've thought about it clearly. And so I think all these ideas about like is just all the questions that are being raised, like is Maitreya a Buddha? Then why is he writing the book for himself? And then this idea that like Arya Sangha took dictation, so he can't be saying it for himself, because if he was saying it for himself, he would just be saying it in his own mind. Just little kind of debates like that can be really helpful to finally getting to a point where you can relax into the idea of accepting that if you see a person as an enlightened being, you're doing something it's a really good choice. It's a really sure choice. It's an infallible choice in a way, something like that. Cool.
Hello,
I just keep wondering about, like, why is this at the beginning of this book?
Yeah.
Like what are we supposed to learn before we even start learning the Abhisamailankara? We've been doing this 4 years and we still haven't hit the root text yet. We're almost, they're talking about the praise. We're close, it looks like. But why should we think this way in the beginning? And maybe this should be a way for us to have our minds, the mindset we should have as we read the rest of the book. Maybe.
If you approach any book with the mentality that it was likely written by a Buddha, you'd pay more attention.
Today's debate about future Buddha, it takes precision. A thing of a future time is not the same as a future thing. The future is not solid, it's just conditions. And second, it trains logic. Sound is impermanent because it is made. Conclusion and reason must align. This made me question my own decisions. Do I have clear reasons, or am I reacting emotionally? And third, it challenged motivation. A Buddha would never act for self-benefit. So when I say I do something for myself, what is really behind that? Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for your thoughts. And I feel like I learned a lot just listening to each of you today. Thank you.
Thank you. Fun. I have a question, team. Yeah, not really, but we can talk about this later or less, because maybe we don't have the time for the answer. But my question is, I'm having a hard time finding where is the line between high view and wishful thinking. And it's something, because it has It's same thing. Well, it's all, I don't know, but it's really interesting and to me, not that easy. Maybe it's my own, how say, lack of skill, but to me, it's a challenging question. And I feel this text kind of gives us tools to get there.
Maybe it has to do with being a peacock warrior.
Okay, hopefully we can keep talking about these things soon. But today we're celebrating a happy birthday. So, we are testing new, how say, screen magicians. Thank you so much. So today is another person, new person helping us. Thank you so much. His name is An Lee, I think, right? So thank you. It's fun to have new players playing the game. Okay, so first picture, please. We're gonna celebrate Salvina's birthday. Yay, today she had a birthday. She has been doing an amazing job. Sending best wishes, and hopefully we see her sometime soon, but sending best wishes from Rimbrook. I also want to take the chance to welcome all the Sedona visitor friends that are visiting here. Peter, Maria, Hector, Jay Vila, Eva, who else? Joel. Why are you all pointing to each other? Laura, yes. Who else is new visitor? Well, all the people from mainland, thank you so much for being here. Still here, wonderful. And speaking of that, I know you have been having great time here, especially spending time at Dragon's Head, which is next picture. Beautiful place who has been hosting us for the last few months in many different events, many different activities, looking more and more beautiful every day, I think, really. Also, the season helps because water comes and everything starts like flowering, ripening. So you see how beautiful. That's probably in the future going to be like a lake or a fountain. Very beautiful. We found little, what's the name? Conch shells, very small conch shells all over there. And the river, super clean water, super beautiful. We swim there a few months ago. Magical place. So because of that, kindly, Xiaoping share a video that I want to share with you about some of the latest adventures of DSCU and Dragon's Head Place. So we will share with you to open up this new section. So thank you very much, Xiaoping, for sharing. Thank you to everyone who made this possible. Thank you, Geshe, for inspiring us all to keep doing wonderful projects. And Stanley as well for his hard work and friendship, helping us. The other day, they both took us to, to show us the land. And I have some videos that I will share with you some other time. But thank you especially because, next picture, please. We celebrate the 10th anniversary over there. You can watch the full event recording there, following the QR code. DCC celebrating the 10th year of this translation project, along with the new year, Fire Horse year. Wonderful, wonderful year. Amazing. I'm already amazed of all the adventures and crazy, beautiful things that are happening. Some more crazy than beautiful, I guess, but it's okay. We believe they are going to be beautiful as well. All right. And yeah.
Future beautiful.
Future, yeah. So next picture, please. Let's move quickly. By the way, thank you to all the translators, because I know this is no easy task. You are the elite of the translators who can hold these 15 minutes. Okay. The planner. This is something that Lindsay released for during the New Year's event. Beautiful planner. I keep talking about it and I don't get one yet, but I have to get one. I will get one. Oh yeah, I'm on camera now. You cannot say I didn't say it. Which one? This one? Beautiful. Tim Lowenhub when he was little. No, just kidding. But you can see a lot of quotes from all the books. It has notes you can write there, your poetry or your dreams or plans or whatever, grocery list. And yeah, very beautiful, very well designed. And especially this helps us to keep going with the Diamond Cutter Classics project. If you want one, just follow the QR code or talk to Lindsay directly. All right, let's keep going. A few events coming up. No, not yet. Yeah. In a few more days, YSI is going to have their Lady Niguma Foundation one. Just talk with your local distributors if you are interested in it. They have a few other programs coming up. And that's the next one is in Japan. That's going to be when? Oh, the dates. Yeah, July.
June 24th.
Enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo, junio. Yes, Stanley's right. In June. June 24th to July. I guess we were both right in a way. You were more right. Next picture is from the level 3, where now it's taken to a whole other level. But in order to get there, you need to do the foundations. Otherwise, you're not going to get it most likely unless you have amazing seeds, which is likely. But who knows? It's better to take the foundation course because it's really advanced course. It's just new. It launched. Amazing, amazing content about the subtle body and a lot of energy on it. Okay, what else we have there? We have Ben Kramer about to release his Worldview Debate Federation. Sounds like a galactic something federation with Captain Ashtar and like that. I don't know if you're familiar with those things, but anyways, May 18 to May 20, it's going to be 10 sessions to train people how to debate in depth, all the rules or the dirty tricks that you need in order to win a debate. I hope Ben teach us about them and show us how not to misuse them as well. All right, Ben, best wishes with that and hope to see you there. Congratulations to all the new releases of books by Diamond Cutter Press, by Geshe, and along with other translators, in this case, Seiji, for example. I think the printed version is going to be coming up later during sometime soon, or not so soon. Yeah, in the summer. This book is already available, and you saw it's already, moving around, being distributed, being, moved underground in the streets. Yeah, like, imagine like all in Rimrock, like going around. And yeah, but the real release, yes, as Rosa says, it's gonna happen at Diamond. At Diamond Mountain, together with this book, the Praise of Dependence commentary, The Other Side of Emptiness, which Geshe and Gibson, where is he? Oh, yeah, good to see you. Just finished translator. We're gonna have a party in Diamond Mountain, yes, along with the G-Box. For this, I would like to have Gibson and Rob one more time just to give us the last push, because it's going to be very cool. You know, this topic is very, very hot nowadays. Remember how Geshe was saying that different times in India, different topics were hot? I think as well here, different times in Greenbrook, different topics are hot. And the pot in the stove is definitely hot.
Yeah.
So
Super hot.
let's talk about the hot pot in the stove.
So
and what will you
hot pot? Yeah, Chinese hot pot.
We should have changed the name.
So we got very fortunate that Geshe encouraged me and Rob to have the jukebox, and jukebox is a translator pair with other ACI teacher to teach this class. And what we are going to teach, Rob, do you want to say it?
Oh, I'm panicking right now, actually.
Why?
Because Gibson helped translate this book.
Uh-huh.
So he's very calm and collected about what we're going to present. Mainly, we're talking a lot about the luminous image, which we just covered in YSI. And where does that luminous image come from? It's from treating how we treat others. So we're going to jump into that for 3 days, actually.
In a row, yeah.
Yeah, and so it's going to be really great. I think the main thing is sort of what we want to talk about is how can we apply this to your life immediately, personally and professionally? And then how does this help contribute to us moving into October for the empowerment, really, is what we really want to touch on.
And the title is called The Other Side of Emptiness. So which indicates that the dependence and emptiness is bonding together. And in these 3 days, we are going to share with you guys how to prepare yourself. There's a full preparation that in the history, every area had to fulfill that full preparation in order to trigger the experience of the pot on the stove experience. And it's kind of cool because we know the dependence and the emptiness intellectually with the pen. But on that day, when you see emptiness directly, you can have the other experience, which is called the pot on the stove experience, which you see the picture coming out of your mind. So I think it's pretty cool, and you will get the full preparation, full introduction, and hopefully we can help you to practice in the future to see the pot on the stove. Okay.
Yeah, and the only way to watch it is if you go to the QR code and sign up for the 5 houses.
Yeah, we would like to show the QR code, please.
And it's happening at the it's happening at the 5 houses event. So and even if you can't go to the whole thing, it's okay just to sign up and come to the class. My friend always wants to help Geshe Michael in all his projects. And so one way he found is that he signs up for every program that Geshe Michael does. And then he just saves it. And in his free time, he goes back and rewatches it. So you can easily just sign up for the 5 houses program and then watch it in your own home at your own time and stuff. So yeah, no problem.
Beautiful. So see you soon. It's going to be very soon in 3 more days. I'm already excited. Probably tomorrow and the days after, people are going to start their trip to Diamond Mountain. Wonderful, wonderful place. See you there. And yay, see you next time. But what's going to happen? Do we have translation class on Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay, so see you Saturday in Mixed Nuts, but see you before in G-Box and even before in 5 houses. Peace. Yay.
Thank you, Geshe.